Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be playing around with the brand new Huda Beauty Empowered eyeshadow palette. I did post my first impression using this palette on Instagram. Unfortunately I was unable to get a really quick review up on YouTube for you guys because of my work schedules outside of content creation, but as it turns out I fell in love with the palette when I was playing around with it for the first time and swatching it, so I decided I've got to do a full-on review even if I'm the last person to do it. And I think I want to show you guys a couple of my favorite fall palettes just for the year. Maybe I'll find time to do another video on all of my favorite fall palettes, but this year I definitely have some key favorites I want to share with you guys, so maybe I'll show them to you at the end of this video. So this palette is $67. It's an 18 pan eyeshadow palette, and before I even review it, because I have tried it, I'm going to let you guys know I love it, I think it's worth it, and I would recommend picking it up. This thing swatches like an absolute dream. It has some new formulas in it. It's got a gold flake metallic, which I have used for the first time on my Instagram. So stunning, so full pigment flaked. Like, I've never seen anything quite like that personally in my collection. It also has two hybrid cream to gels, which maybe I should try one in this video. I don't typically reach for that type of product personally, just because I feel like there's so much room for error when it comes to like using a gel as a base. You can get creasing, or using a potted, if you will, or panned eyeliner. I normally reach for felt tip liner or like a pen liner, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel personally about those two gels. One of them is black and one of them is like a dark brown. I love the colors. I love every color in this palette. Today I think I want to go for more of a bronzy look, like a really beautiful sultry bronze look, because I did already play with the gold. I'm going to pop the swatches up on the screen that I took for Instagram, and mind you, I rushed this because I wanted to be one of the first people to swatch the palette, so even with rushing, it swatched so freaking beautifully. One of the best eyeshadow palette swatches that I've had in quite a while, because these are all fully pigmented. The mattes are super matte, like nothing was chalky, nothing was skippy. Even the gels were really pigmented and pretty in a swatch, so I have very high hopes for my second look with this, and without further ado, I'm gonna go completely from start to finish. It might be a little bit tedious and boring, so we need to get started. I'm gonna start with my Huda Beauty concealer on my lid as a base, and I did not do this on purpose. This is just what I use for all of my concealer needs. It's the Luminous Faux Filter Luminous Matte Concealer. Mine is super messy because I use it every single time I do my makeup. And you guys, I'm still using one of the oldest makeup brushes in my collection ever as my base buffer brush, because this was like a BH Cosmetics makeup brush set, and I use it because I don't care about it, but clearly I care about it, you know? I don't know why, I just feel like it's my messy brush, but I always use it. It's like a tiny flat kabuki. So the cream base I'm gonna go in with is Worthy. I don't even know if it's a cream base. I've seen it used as an eyeliner. I have not seen it used as a cream base. That's what we're gonna try to do today. I'm picking it up with the same exact brush that I put my concealer on with. No idea. This could end the video right here. I'm gonna start with a dot of it on each eye, just so I don't have too much, and we're just gonna, I guess, do the good old tap and blend until I know how it performs. I mean, it's turning into like a gray color, but it doesn't look bad. For the sake of this video, there are some Wishful Empowered Eye Lift contours, and I think I got a pack of 3 sent to me with this palette, and this is my third time using these. They're very like luxurious, and I love a good eye patch, so this is my last pair. These are also nice because they do not slide down your face, which I can't remember what video it was, but it was so embarrassing. I was like filming an eyeshadow review, and by the time I was done, the eye patches were like down here on my face. They've got some grip. I think I saw Huda also use these like around the mouth, like for mouth lines, but I like using my eye patches under the eyes. I'm sorry if it's super reflective now. I really hope you can continue to see what I'm doing on my eye. This is so weird that this is gray, isn't it? Like, I did not think Worthy. I think Worthy mixed with concealer equals gray, because on my finger, that's brown, right? I don't know. Oh well. We're gonna go into a bronze shadow called Do It. It's very bronze. I guess I'm gonna put it on with my finger, and you probably can't see past my chubby little finger, but I'm just gonna tap it on. It's gonna look weird, I think, over gray, but I didn't intend on that being gray, so we're gonna have to cover it and make that mistake go away. One thing I've noticed about this palette just over the couple days that I've used it is that these apply so nice with a finger. It's a little hard when you've got long nails, but these foils in this palette, these metallics, they just look so good with a finger. I'm taking a clean brush and I'm gonna start blending into the gray that I have. It looks gray to me. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Maybe it's my color blindness really just sneaking up on me, but I'm gonna cover the whole thing with the bronze so that hopefully we don't have a confusing color story going on. And then once we have this bronze down, we can start playing around with other colors. I definitely don't think I would use the gel hybrid in this way again. I think I just like got a little excited. I think maybe they are best served as liners, and I have seen like a couple promotional videos with them used as liners. Let's just stick to that. And I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush and just go along the eyebrow. We still have to do our eyebrows today. This bronze is so pretty because it has like little chunks of glitter throughout it that just give it way more dimension. So the shade Manifest It in here, I wanna go into and kind of highlight the lid a little bit, but it's so interesting because it's a metallic shadow and then it has like that cream, like a river of like that cream hybrid running through it. So I don't know what the deal is with this shade, like what it's supposed to pick up like, but I'm just kind of running over the whole thing. And I'm gonna tap this in the center of my lid. I think it is adding like a little bit of a highlight to the center, but it's very similar to the shade I already have down. Just going right over where the light hits my lid. It's gonna give just a very kind of subtle halo effect. I will be going over my lower lash line once I have like makeup on my face, but for now I want to do my eyebrows. I got these new brow products from Lawless and I actually really like them. So first I'm going to go in with their soft fill brow pencil and just fill in underneath my arch. They also have a new brow set. It is the Hold Up Soft Set Creamy Brow Wax. Mine's in the shade Medium Dark. This I really like. I love a good brow tint with a small brush, but this is like very grippy. It's grippier than, in my opinion, the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is a really good product if you're like me, and if you go into the real world and the sunlight, your brows kind of disappear, even if you have dark brows. And that's definitely the fact with me. When sunlight hits my brows, they look blonder than they do brown, which is so weird. I'm gonna give my patches a few more minutes and then I'm gonna do my face makeup off camera and be right back to finish up this eye look. Okay guys, so I'm back. I put on some Ioni eyelashes from the Dollar Tree and really quickly threw my face makeup together. I will leave what I'm wearing down below, but in case any of you guys are wondering about my lip, because I know some of you might ask, I have the ColourPop Lippy Pencil as my lip liner in the shade Control, but Control CTRL, like on a computer. And then I have the Huda Beauty lipstick in the shade Amour. It's a cream lipstick and it's a really pretty like chocolatey creamy combo. So lashes really pull things together, but I do want to put something down on my lower lash line. I think I'm gonna take a tiny bit of the shade Rebel first. Rebel is like kind of a transition light brown shade, and I'm taking it on the tip of a brush I've already used, and I'm just going to kind of like I'm applying it to my eyeball, just swiping across the waterline. I did kind of the sunburnt blush hack or technique or whatever. Maybe I'll do an Instagram reel if you guys want to see that. I feel like it's a trend that's going to be coming. And then I'm going to dip into the shade Confident, which is a dark brown. I used it in my first impression and it's a really pretty matte chocolate brown, which it's one of my favorite colors. So I'm doing the same thing, just sweeping over the lower lash line, and it really just makes it come together, I feel. Kind of going out a little bit to connect to the upper part of the look. And for lower lash mascara, I'm going to do a little bit of the Tarte Tubing Mascara. My lower lashes have no business being so long when my upper lashes are so short. So this is eye look number 2 with the Empowered palette. I love a good bronze smoky eye. I really loved the gold look too though, so let me know which one's your favorite. And I don't know what other combos I can try. There's a lot in here for neutrals. But of course, it's not a Huda Beauty palette review without swatches, so let's get into it. I'm gonna swatch 3 at a time so that I'm not here all day long. The first shade is gonna be on my pointer finger. This is that cream black hybrid gel. The second shade is on my middle finger. It's the shade Courageous, and it's kind of a dark duochrome, like purpley to goldy, bronzy shift. Very hard to describe. And then my favorite shade out of the palette is the Gold Flake, which I'm trying not to grab a lot of because I feel like I've used so much of it in the past couple of days. So those are the first 3 shades in the palette. That gold is Limitless. So there is that cream. You can see how crazy pigmented it is. There's that duochrome, very interesting shade. And I don't know why I'm doing this on my arm pretty much, but there is the Gold Flake, and that doesn't even give it justice. The finger gives it more justice than the arm swatch. It's looking way better on my finger. I think it just needs a little bit of pressure. I'm literally not willing to waste more of that gold because I have dipped into that so many times with my swatches and with my first eye look. I want to cherish that thing because it's my favorite gold in my collection. The next 3 shades are Confident, which is dark brown. That's my favorite matte in the palette. Then we have Charisma, which is another beautiful metallic gold, and Keep Going, which is kind of like a neutral brown matte transition shade. Look at that shade. That is Confident. Oh my god. Look at that gold. Okay. I don't know. They're just so good. They're so good. I'm very impressed. I had to turn my air off because it was so freaking loud. So the next 3 shades are Big Dreams, Manifest It, which has that like river of gel running through it, and Bold Moves. Look at that hybrid. It's so interesting. Those 3 would make a really pretty eye look together. The next 3 shades are Do It, which is the bronze that's all over my lid, Power, which is a peachy matte, and Get It, which is another peachy matte, a little bit darker. It's interesting to see these warm tone mattes. It really brings me back to like the Makeup Geek era, which RIP Makeup Geek, but I remember having peaches like this. On to the last row, we have Worthy, which is the other cream liner. I did accidentally pick up a little bit of metallic shine, so if you see any metallicness, that's from my eye look today, dipping in there. And then we have Rebel on my middle finger, which is a really good transition shade for me. And then Winner, which I do think is a gray tone in this palette, which we did have that interesting gray experience today. Maybe it is gray. Maybe that cream is more gray than it is brown. I'm confused by that color, but I am a little bit colorblind, so please forgive me. And last up, we have a Marble, which is so pretty. I hate rubbing these together. It has purple and like an orangey gold, which is so fall. And then Best Self, which is another kind of peachy transition, and Legacy, which is a warm toned brown. But you can see the marble on my pointer finger before I ruin it. So pretty. Now that I've destroyed this palette for you guys, I just want to reiterate how much I love this one. Like, it's hard because there's a couple that I love, and I will show you what I'm loving right now. This might be my favorite Huda Beauty palette, and I probably have said that before, but to date, this one, I want to say this one speaks to me right now, and it's very much me. I love it. I love this thing so much. So before I leave you guys, I just want to show you a couple palettes that I'm loving for this fall season that I don't know why, but because my birthday is coming up, I feel like they would make such good birthday gifts or like Christmas gifts or gifts to yourselves. Obviously this one, I love this palette so much, but we're gonna put it aside. You guys make up your mind on it. So I wanna say I've reviewed all of these. I think I have. So I'm kind of feeling a little repetitive right now, but obviously the Natasha Denona My Dream is such a beautiful color story for fall. I think this is a little bit more on the purpley side than the Huda Beauty one. So if you are more into like purples, and it does have a fiery orangey color. I did a review of this palette, but I think this is a really nice fall palette as well. And then this is going to be tough because this and the Huda Beauty I think are gonna go head to head for me personally on being my favorite palette of the whole year, let alone the fall. But like, this is like the master fall palette. And it is, to no surprise, the Maneater After Dark palette from Tarte. In love with this palette, and it does have golds in it, but the golds in this palette, they're beautiful, they're stunning, they're incredible. They are up to par with the Natasha Denona formula, but I still really was so impressed with the Huda Beauty foiled gold that I don't think they are as good in comparison to that foiled gold. That is the prettiest gold I've ever put on my eyelid, ever. But these are so pretty too. Let's do a quick battle of the golds, okay? So I'm gonna put on Heartbreaker on my pointer finger. What? Heartbreaker, Heated. Oh my God, okay. This one might win, I don't know. Heartbreaker, Heated, and Sundown are the golds out of the Maneater After Dark. I'm not even usually into golds, you guys, so obviously the other shades in the palettes go into play too, but I just, one more time, I'm gonna dip into Limitless, which I'm destroying, but it's the most beautiful gold flake I've ever seen, and Charisma, which is also so pretty, and it has the like tiniest beautiful gold shimmers. I can't. I don't know, what do you think? They're all so good. I don't know what it is, you guys, but I feel like gold eyeshadow is an accessory, kind of like gold jewelry, which clearly I'm super into. So I feel like these golds are really calling to me. Here are the Maneater golds. Here are the Huda Beauty golds. I feel like the Huda Beauty ones look better on my fingers, and these ones look better in a swatch. Maybe they don't, I don't know, I'm done with this. You guys get what I'm saying, right? Like, there's so many beautiful golds. They're all so pretty. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Huda Beauty Empowered eyeshadow palette. I just really wanted to talk about it and swatch it and show my face over here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. It would make me feel so happy and so much better about my YouTube channel dying. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you guys want to stay up to date with me while I'm not posting on YouTube, make sure you follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram and also my Snapchat. I do show my face a lot more often over there with my hectic schedules. But again, thank you for being here and taking your time to watch another one of my videos. I hope this was helpful. I will leave all the information down below if you guys want to pick this palette up or any of these palettes up. I still want to do a battle of the fall palettes and just do a couple more tutorials with all of these. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. That is it for this video. Now I'm going to go film my fall favorites, and I will see you guys very soon in my next one. Bye, guys.